I want to do a quick video for, again, anybody that's thinking about making some changes or doing something different from where you at. But I want to be able to celebrate that I enjoy the time now, like this summer in Cleveland. I'm just soaking it all up because it's very possible that there could be changes. And so I want to make sure that I do a video for myself and for anybody that needs to do a video for themselves to remind you to not have regrets on decisions and things that you make. So some things are challenging. Sometimes you feel underappreciated in certain situations. And if you do relocate or go into another environment, it's very possible that you can almost stitch or knit the relationship with people that you want to have. So sometimes when you feel a certain kind of a way, and for me in particular, if you feel underappreciated or you feel overworked or whatever, and you just feel like you're stuck in the mud and you're just treading and tires are just spinning and you don't feel like you're going anywhere. I don't feel like I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm moving, but I just feel like, and I'm sure a lot of people may feel the same way, that God just has so much more for us to do that's prosperous. And I'm not doing bad at all. If you put me on a scale of people, you know, I'm somewhere in the middle. I probably could be somewhere closer to the top. And what I mean by that is in terms of having a career that I enjoy, being in a position of servant and helper towards other people, and living a life that's not congested with foul play. I am pretty much well respected by people, but I think overall though, like there's other things that I need, and not necessarily that I want, but there's other things that I need. And if you're the same way, if there's other things that you feel like you need, then you have to work towards those things. It's about blowing up and becoming more prosperous for yourself. And for me, blowing up and becoming more prosperous so that I can do a lot more to help others. But I don't always want that to be my physical time. It's sometimes I want it to be, if it's something that I can be of encouragement or supportive of somebody and what they're doing and whatnot. But again, like I said, sometimes, like right now for me, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of feel a little bit underappreciated. And this is not complaining or acting like a bitch or anything. It's just a realistic stance, like, wait a minute, okay, I help a lot of people and I do things, so I need to check myself. And as the year's starting to roll around, my birthday is coming up in 8 days, so it's like I'm going to, the digits want to click up one more, you know, on July 18th. So sometimes having a birthday is a reality check, and you look at it and doing your processing to see if you've accomplished something, because this is halfway through the year. So you ask yourself a little bit more than halfway through the year, are you where you want to be? Have you accomplished anything that you may have set out to do? Some people have New Year's resolutions. Are they gone? Or you just said forget it, toss them over, you balled them up and toss it over your left shoulder and made it in your garbage can at your conventional job where you work inside of your cubicle. But nonetheless, it's an evaluation thing. So I want to give a shout out again. I'm not upset with like what LeBron did, you know, moving to LA, because I have visions myself of relocation, and sometimes a change of scenery is necessary. And I'm aware that everybody don't have the means to do it, and I'm aware that everybody don't have the drive to do it, I'm aware that everybody's not willing to uproot themselves and move from the situation that they're in. They want to either stay because they're comfortable, and that's not a negative. So this is not a video to tell anybody to get up, grab yourself by the bootstrap, raise yourself up and go off and be somebody else. No, just be who you're going to be, and if you're not happy with where you're at, then work on progress. That's what this is about. So this is about the people that need motivation to get up and make a change. So I've always been brave enough to make changes. Never said any of it was simple, but I'm willing to live a hard life in the beginning of something just to try to have it smooth out a little bit later. So in a game of chess, just take these calculated steps. If there's something you want to do career-wise, take the steps. Like I talk with my young buddy Boone quite a bit. I mean, if you want to become a head coach, do it now. You're not too young. You can make it happen. I tell my two youngsters, to continue to do great in school. You've seen the video that I did teaching my son and my daughter how to drive. They need to be equipped. They both know how to cook. We spend a lot of quality time. We go to the movies, we watch movies, we go to the library, we do a lot of positive things, and I'm not expecting any of that to change. It's just expecting it to have a growth and a relocation process. So if I'm not stomping in the streets of Cleveland or quietly rolling down the streets of Cleveland, I might be somewhere else, whether it's south or west. I just never really had too much of a vision going north, and there's no attack against those people. I'm just trying to avoid weather. I really don't want to be a part of super winters and inclement weather. Now I understand crime and theft and everything else is prevalent in all areas. I'm not ridiculous or stupid at all. I happen to consider myself a genius, and I call me and my son the Genius Boys, and probably gonna do a clothing line like that, Genius Boys, and it's about me and him. But for anybody who has a father-son relationship, or guys who together, if they want to call themselves Genius Boys or come up with their own name, it is what it is. But since I just recorded it, that's copyrighted. But anyway, so I need to make a move. I need to relocate to build a dynasty for myself and not be in an environment where people are dependent on me, personally, to do things, just to separate myself. And again, this is a video about feeling underappreciated to a certain extent. Maybe y'all do too. Y'all might not be able to say it. The guys might not be able to say it because they think that they look like a little bitch. If they do say it, it's not true. You need to know who you are. And I'm just talking about changes and adjustments. So what's more manlier than that?